Have you ever had that favorite player, whether it be on a boys sports team or a girls sports team, that maybe you wear their last name on the back of your jersey? Maybe you have a flyer or a poster in your room with that specific person's football team on it or a sports team on it. Maybe you grew up and the entire time you're growing up, all you did was fantasize over that specific player. What if at the same time I told you that player may or may not have illegal substances in their body in order to enhance their performance on the playing field? Today I'm going to inform you on the pros and cons of using legal and illegal drugs in football. I will do this by informing you of the basic well-known drugs used in the sport, the consequences of misusing these drugs, the goals many of these drugs help to accomplish, and the later in life health risks and consequences of taking these drugs. Today, many people believe drug use in football has a positive impact. Well, I'm here to tell you that, in fact, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs do have a positive impact on the body. Now, what is this type of drug, you ask? Well, it's your basic pain reducer, ibuprofen, Tylenol, maybe it's your over-the-counter allergy medicine. According to the Clinical Journal of Sports Medicine on July 2013, quotes Nathan Holmes, a sports medicine specialist, saying of a study of 210 athletes reported 95.7% of them had signs of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs in their system during the sport to enhance their performance and to ease pain. Now, from a history of playing high school football, I can relate to this. I took ibuprofen before games, after games, before practices, after practices, in order to relieve a headache that may not have been there, or that might have been there if I wouldn't have taken these drugs. There's also a different look at those pain reducers, though, which brings me to my second point. What if you misuse them? Misusing these certain drugs can put you on a path where you probably really don't want to be. I think about it as a form of marijuana, kind of like drugs, like harder drugs like marijuana. You get on marijuana, you get a high. That high isn't enough for anymore, so you move to cocaine, then you move to meth, etc. It's kind of the same with pills. You take ibuprofen for a long, long time, you get hooked on ibuprofen. Well, now your body's immune to ibuprofen and you want something better, Adderall, and then from so on and so forth. According to the book Drug and Alcohol Dependence on July 2011, quotes Eric Strang, a psychiatric specialist in Maryland, of a study of 644 retired NFL players. 71% reported misusing these drugs during their playing time. These players are more than likely going to continue misusing these drugs from here until the day they pass away. The next one I have is that taking drugs during football or any other sport can, in fact, help people meet their specific goals. Maybe you're the type of person that wanted an extra weight, maybe pound-wise. Maybe you're the type of person that wanted that extra pound on bench press or squat. Or maybe you wanted to be a little bit faster and get that extra millisecond on that 100-meter dash. Well, I can inform you, drugs help you do that. Harder drugs, so to speak. Steroids. According to the Salon Press Encyclopedia of 2018, quotes, in 1988, Canadian Olympic runner Ben Johnson used steroids and growth hormones in order to win a gold medal in the 100-meter dash. Steroids build you up. They make you stronger. They make you faster. It's a form of cheating, but it can help you accomplish goals. Any goal that you can't set your mind to, many people turn to these sort of drugs in order to accomplish that, in order to cheat their way through life. The last one I have during my speech is that taking these drugs to enhance performance could also lead to many health risks and consequences down the road. Taking drugs steroids, or any other hard or illegal or non-illegal drug can be your ticket to the ER room. According to the Indian Journal of Pharmacology, in January 2019, quotes, Drew Manderu. In 1968, a Danish cyclist, Koo Johnson, died following a cycle crash. It was later found that the cyclist did in fact have some sort of amphetamine in his blood. Drugs change your body, not for the better, but for the worse. Many problems that can occur to your body later in life from using, let's say, steroids would be kidney failure. Maybe you're going to be more prone to a heart attack, or even, for that matter, death. You know, if you, it's like a person using steroids. When you get off of steroids, you don't stay the way you are. You lose those goals, you lose those gains, and you end up gaining weight, or getting skinny, real skinny. Don't know what to do with your life, then you freak out. Many people develop a lot of anxiety and just develop more risk for heart attack. In conclusion to my speech, by informing you of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, misusing these type of drugs, goals drugs in football help to accomplish, and the consequences of taking these little drugs, I hope you now know the pros and cons of illegal and non-illegal drug use in football. The next time you run across an ability-enhancing drug, how will you go on upon your decision whether to take it or not to take it after the information that I've discussed in the speech?